We're taking an opportunity to talk with some of our favorite coaches across the state and their quarterbacks in the series called QB1, presented by our friends at GoRout. And today we are joined by the head coach of the Hutto Hippos, Coach Brad LaPlante, and his QB1, Will Hammond. Guys, how are you?
Been a great day. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time. Coach LaPlante, you're a guy who, over the course of your career there at Hutto, and then before you got to Hutto, you've coached some really good quarterbacks. Sure seems like you got another one sitting to your right. What is it about your QB1, Will Hammond, that sets him apart, that makes him special?
I've been very fortunate with us, been at the junior college level, the high school level, to have a lot of good ones. And, Will's going to stack up by the time his, career ends at Hutto. He'll stack up very well with all those. But it starts with the personality. You can't be a good quarterback or a great one down the road without that personality, leadership, work ethic, just the love of the game, love of your teammates, wanting to be better every single day, take coaching. I mean, the list could go on about all the good things that I could, say about Will, knowing him since middle school, and everything has just kept on progressing year by year now. So he's done a great job for himself and for his team.
Will, Coach mentions that kind of growth. From your perspective, where do you feel like you've grown the most as a quarterback?
I think recently, definitely on the mental side, just developing with my quarterback coach and him teaching me everything, and then learning on my reads and just being able to perform on the field.
Coach, we're presented by our friends at GoRout. I know you've been a guy who has used this system for a while. What is it about GoRout? How does it make your practices more effective and efficient?
Well, probably the biggest three ways we can do it is, number one, for me as a coach, I don't have to go stand in the huddle, hold up cards, see what the play is, tell all 8 kids what to do. I can look on my phone, know what play is, and know, okay, this one's going to be tough for the safety. That's how he reacts to reading these 2 routes. Just for us as a coaching staff to get ahead is huge. The time in between each plays is so minimal. We get so many more plays out during the course of a practice. And then when you're talking about our student athletes, for them to be able to go line up as a Z receiver or a Sam backer or whatever it is, and look and know what to do right there without having to jog 15 extra yards there to the huddle, jog back, wait for a coach to explain. I mean, those are 3 huge areas that we've gained an advantage over our competition who might not be using the GoRout system.
Will, I want to ask you a little bit about, the first year as a starter. You're thrust into the starting role. It can be pretty fast for a lot of guys up there at the varsity level. What do you feel like you gained over the course of the season? What do you maybe know now about playing varsity high school football in Texas that you didn't know at the beginning of the season?
I think gaining a lot of experience throughout the year and just getting more comfortable with everything, being able to check plays at the line and understand defenses has definitely come a long way in my game.
Coach, I know you and I have talked about this privately before, but about the growth in this Hutto program and the way when you took over this program, where it was and where it is now. What do you think is the biggest difference now that you're a veteran coach there with the Hippos? What do you think is the biggest difference between the program that you inherited and the program that you've got right now?
Well, even taking over for Coach Van Meter, a lot of our systems are still in place. So it's not like we had to make, a lot of changes. Even our position coaches put tweaks on their teaching and their buzzword, no different than I want to put some tweaks on it as a program as a whole. But, I think the biggest thing that we are doing and are continuing to do is just have a vertically aligned system from our youth football association to our middle schools all the way up here. So whether it's a coverage or a pass play, whatever it is, all those kids can learn a playbook faster and be more successful, because let's face it, a confused player is a slow player. So the less confusion we have and keep on getting those kids reps and reps and reps so they can play fast, they can play smart, physical, be tough, we can be more successful. And as we've moved up to 6A, there has to be more of that. And of course, we need to, still catch up maybe in the weight room a little bit. When you go against the likes of, Temple and College Station and Austin Westlake and some of the dimensions that you're lined up against those good football teams, being faster, being more physical, be precise with your blocking, be a better tackler, all those things come into play.
Will, you're just a sophomore. I know you've already impressed at such a young age, but from your perspective, what's that next step? What are you going to be working on in the off season? What are you going to be working on going forward to really go from being a darn good quarterback to an elite one?
Definitely leadership and just being able to lead the team and growing my physical self, so I'll be able to take more hits in the games and just be able to thrive in those environments.
They're the Hutto Hippos, head coach Brad LaPlante and his QB1 Will Hammond. Guys, appreciate your time. Congratulations on a great season, and looking forward to seeing what you guys do down the road.
Thanks, Tep.
Thank you.